Hello everyone, and welcome back to Legal Acquainted, the only channel brave enough to use the phrase exciting legal insights without a hint of irony. Today, we're diving headfirst into the thrilling world of debt settlement. Before you sign that debt settlement agreement, what if I told you a single sentence in that document could cost you thousands more, even after you think you're debt-free? So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and let's decode these agreements before they decode your financial future. Let's set the scene, shall we? You're drowning in debt. Debt settlement companies know this. They swoop in, promising to be your financial knight in shining armor, ready to slay those debt dragons and negotiate you out of financial purgatory. But here's the catch. Most people don't realize that debt settlement can be a dangerous game, especially if you don't know the rules. It's like playing poker with sharks after taking a crash course in Go Fish. That single sentence I mentioned earlier? It often lurks in the shadows, disguised in legal jargon designed to make your eyes glaze over. It might say something innocuous like, "You are responsible for any remaining balance after the settlement is reached." Sounds reasonable, right? Except, what they don't tell you is that remaining balance could include a mountain of hidden fees, penalties, and interest that accrued while you were diligently making those lower monthly payments. Suddenly, that settled debt isn't so settled anymore. You're hit with a bill that makes your stomach drop faster than a roller coaster on its final descent. Don't let this happen to you. Knowledge is power, and in the world of debt settlement, it's your only weapon against getting completely fleeced. Let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, fees. Specifically, the hidden kind that debt settlement companies tuck away in their agreements like a raccoon stashing stolen snacks. They know you're already stressed about your debt, so they bank on you not scrutinizing every line of that contract. One of their sneakiest tactics is disguising fees as administrative costs. It sounds innocent enough, right? But don't be fooled. These administrative costs can quickly balloon into thousands of dollars, eating away at any savings you thought you were getting from the settlement. Then there are the processing fees, the negotiation fees, and my personal favorite, the "we exist to take your money" fees. These fees can be charged at every stage of the process, and they're often calculated as a percentage of your original debt, meaning the more you owe, the more they take. And here's the kicker. These fees are often non-refundable, even if the debt settlement company fails to settle your debt. So, how do you avoid these hidden fee fiascos? Simple. Read the fine print. If something seems unclear, ask for clarification. And if the company refuses to explain their fees in plain English, run for the hills. And by hills, I mean a reputable credit counseling agency. Forgiven debt? More like a tax time bomb. Ah, debt forgiveness. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale, doesn't it? A benevolent fairy godmother waves her magic wand, and poof, your debt disappears. Well, wake up, Sleeping Beauty, because in the real world, debt forgiveness comes with a catch. A catch that often arrives in the form of a hefty tax bill. Here's the deal. When you settle a debt for less than what you originally owed, the IRS considers that forgiven amount as income. And you know what that means? Taxes, baby. Now, you might be thinking, "But Essie, I'm already drowning in debt. How am I supposed to pay taxes on money I don't even have?" And that, my friend, is a very valid question. Unfortunately, the IRS isn't known for its empathy or flexible payment plans. The best way to avoid a nasty tax surprise is to be prepared. Before you even consider debt settlement, talk to a tax professional. Because the last thing you need when you're trying to climb out of debt is a surprise tax bill that sends you tumbling right back down. Settled doesn't mean safe. Your credit score might disagree. So you've navigated the treacherous waters of hidden fees and dodged the tax torpedoes of debt forgiveness. You've emerged from the debt settlement process victorious, right? Well, not so fast. While you might be celebrating your newfound financial freedom, your credit score might be singing a different tune, a mournful ballad of missed payments and financial instability. You see, debt settlement can leave a nasty mark on your credit report. a scarlet letter that screams high-risk borrower to potential lenders. Even if you diligently make those lower monthly payments on time, the mere act of settling a debt for less than you owe can send your credit score plummeting. Why? Because from a lender's perspective, settling a debt is an admission that you couldn't handle your financial obligations. And the worst part? This black mark can stay on your credit report for up to 7 years, haunting your financial future. But don't despair. While debt settlement can definitely put a dent in your credit score, it's not the end of the world. With time, effort, and a solid plan, you can rebuild your credit and restore your financial reputation. The Debt Defender's Checklist. Don't sign on the dotted line. Without it, congratulations! You've made it to the end of our debt settlement survival course. You've learned about the hidden dangers, the sneaky tactics, and the potential pitfalls that lurk within those seemingly harmless agreements. But knowledge without action is like a car without an engine. It's not going to get you very far. That's why I'm equipping you with the ultimate weapon in your fight against shady debt settlement practices. The Debt Defender's Checklist. First up, demand a written agreement. Get everything in writing: fees, payment terms, settlement amounts, and any promises made by the company. Next, banish vague language. Don't settle for vague terms like administrative costs or processing fees. Demand a detailed breakdown of all fees. Now, for the big one, insist on paid in full language. You want to make sure that once you've paid the agreed-upon settlement amount, the debt is considered settled in full. And finally, negotiate a credit report update. This means that once the debt is settled, they'll report it to the credit bureaus as settled in full, which looks much better than a plain old settled or, even worse, charged off. Stay savvy, stay safe. Don't let debt settlement companies pull a fast one. So there you have it, your crash course in debt settlement survival. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the world of finance, it's your best defense against those looking to take advantage. Debt settlement can be a viable option for some, but it's not a decision to be taken lightly. Before you sign on the dotted line, arm yourself with information, ask questions, and don't be afraid to walk away if something doesn't feel right. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever dealt with a shady debt settlement agreement? Drop your experience in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legal insights delivered with a side of humor.